In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 best value cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. All 10 of these cards are going to be extremely good for their price tag, and that is what I mean by a good value card. These are going to be my top 10. For example, Dark Matter Dr. J is probably a lot better, or maybe better. I don't think he's a lot better, but definitely better of a card than Pink Diamond Dr. J. But Pink Diamond Dr. J goes for 75k on the auction house. Dark Matter Dr. J still goes for like almost a million MT. And they're basically the same card. You're not going to notice too much of a difference in game. So all of these cards are going to be really good for their price tag. They're going to be all top tier cards at their position, or at least can compete with top tier cards at their position, but are going to be fairly not cheap, because there'll be a couple cards that are like 100,000. We'll talk about one card here that's like 400,000 MT, but they're all going to be really, really good for their price tag. I just want to preface, there is no top 10 necessarily in order. Like, I'm not saying Dr. J is number 1 or number 10, but these are just going to be all together my top 10 best value cards in my team as of right now. So the first card I wanted to talk about is Pink Diamond Dr. J. 6'7" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan. If you guys are looking for a shooting guard to pick up for under 100,000 MT, there's not much better of an option than Pink Diamond Dr. J. I know he came out in season 2. He came out like so long ago. What is that, like 4 or 5 months ago? November 12th is when he was released. But this card has had extremely good longevity. He is still a top 10 shooting guard in this game. He's got a great jump shot with that John Wall base, Rudy Gay upper on normal timing. I can't recommend Dr. J enough. He is so good, especially for now that he's come down in price to only like 75k. It's going to be hard to find much better at the shooting guard position. But the next card I got to talk about for value in the top 10 is going to be Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. This card, ridiculously good at small forward, 6'9" at the small forward position, 7-foot wingspan. And this is just talking about a base, non-badged up Michael Beasley. He is still a top 5-ish small forward in this game. Obviously, there's a lot of good small forwards that came out, like Chris Webber, Blake Griffin, were two huge names, of course, at the small forward position. There's obviously Dark Matter LeBron, Dark Matter Giannis, but all of those cards go for like millions and millions and millions of MT, especially those like the Chris Webbers and the Blake Griffins and the Giannis's and the LeBrons. They are so expensive, but Michael Beasley can compete with those cards, and you can maybe even argue is better than some of those names I mentioned, like LeBron or Giannis, depending if you need offense at the small forward position. And this card goes for like around 100,000 MT. If you buy him at a good time, you can get him for like 90k, and you can even buy a badged up one. If you want one that's even better, maybe spend 250k on a badged up Pink Diamond Michael Beasley with like 20 to 25 Hall of Fame badges with like really good defensive ones. That's what you want to do if you're going to buy a badged up Beasley, is go after like a Beasley that has like maybe on-ball menace on Hall of Fame, a movable force on Hall of Fame, paint patroller on Hoff, challenger, glove, high flying denier, interceptor. Try to get one that has really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, because that is the one only not flaw about this card, because I still think he plays good enough defense just as a base Pink Diamond version. But if you can get one with better defensive badges, it's going to make this card a whole lot better as an overall card. But offensively, like I said, this man is an absolute demon. Definitely one of the better value cards in this game. Next card, though, like I said, we're going to talk about a card that's maybe going for like 400k. Sometimes he's a little bit cheaper, like 350. He was even like 300,000 MT over this past weekend. But Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama is still one of the best, if not the best value cards in this game. He's 7'4" at center, 7'8" wingspan. And again, he came out all the way back November 12th, just like Dr. J. But this card, Wemby, literally is almost a must-have card on everybody's lineups, because if you're going to face the top players in this game, a lot of people are going to have a Zach Edey now. A lot of people are going to have a 100 overall Kristaps or a Shaq or Opal Wemby or all these tall center cards. So you kind of need to have Pink Diamond Wemby, because you're also going to face a lot of Pink Diamond Wembys if you're hopping into Showdown and playing online. Everyone kind of has Victor Wembanyama, so that's why he's such a must-have and one of the better value cards in this game. He can shoot over the top of everybody because of his jump shot. He's got a great high release points. He's got a great jump shot, really good defensive card. He is just unreal. I know he's expensive, but I seriously think for like under 400k, one of the better value cards you guys can pick up in my team. But now to go down to maybe a little bit cheaper cards compared to Victor Wembanyama, around maybe that 80 to 100,000 MT price point, is going to be Carlos Boozer and Tyler Hansbrough. I feel like I had to include both these cards in this top 10 because For me, I think it really comes down to preference of who you guys think is better, but both of these cards are very similar at the small forward position. Like Tyler Hansbrough, he has a great jump shot on very quick timing. Boozer also has a great jump shot. They're both very good defenders, and for like 100,000 MT or cheaper for both of these options, if you guys need a small forward, I mean, I would definitely recommend Carlos Boozer and Tyler Hansbrough. Both of these cards are really good for their price tag. Ricky Davis, if you guys are looking for a shooting guard, maybe you don't like Pink Diamond Dr. J, or maybe you just want another shooting guard to go alongside Dr. J, I think Ricky Davis is a really good buy at the shooting guard position. 6'7" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan. This card is really, really good offensively because of his jump shot. Seth Curry base, Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing. Is seriously one of my favorite jump shots in this game. He's got the Darius Garland dribble style, and I think you can make an argument Ricky Davis is close to being a top 5 shooting guard in this game. I think he's kind of on that same level as a Pink Diamond Dr. J, but Ricky Davis is so good for his price. You can find him for under 100,000 MT, and from this Apex set is definitely one of the better cards and one of the better value cards. He's a great slasher, really good jump shot, and can be a good enough defender as well with a good player model at the shooting guard position. Alex Caruso seriously might be the best value point guard in this game, and I think he is the best value point guard. You're not going to find anybody better for like 80,000 MT. Again, over the weekend he was like 50,000, but even for 80,000 MT, he is so good for that price. 6'5" at point guard. He is such a good on-ball defender. 98 steal, 98 perimeter. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. This card's got a great jump shot as well, surprisingly enough. Really good release, solid dribble sigs, like Curry behind the back is really good. Devin Booker dribble style is solid. You know, LaMelo escape is okay of a dribble sig, and just all around, I think Caruso plays so amazing in game, and he's basically a budget version or a cheaper version of that dark matter Gary Payton, who a lot of people consider to be one of the best, if not like a top 3 point guard in this game. So to get that for like 80,000 MT, I think Alex Caruso is a really good value card, definitely in my top 10. And then another guy from this Apex set, Kelel Ware. I mean, 40,000 MT or cheaper for a 7-foot power forward, 7'5" wingspan. This card is insane defensively, 95 block, 88 interior defense. He gets such good defensive animations in game. It feels like he blocks every single shot. He's really good at walling up on defense. His dunking animations are unreal on the offensive end. It feels like he gets some of the best poster and best standing dunk animations in this game. And then you also got to talk about his jump shot, where to me, I feel like his jump shot's one of the best things about this card. It feels so consistent. It is a very easy jump shot to time in my personal opinion, and I think Kelel Ware for like 40k might seriously be the best value card in this game. But the last 2 cards I wanted to talk about are on the cheaper side. Like Jonathan Bender, you can now find for like 30 to 35,000 MT for a 7-foot small forward with a 7'4" wingspan. And he has a quick enough jump shot that you can shoot over the top of any single card in this game that's smaller than Jonathan Bender. To have a 7-foot small forward with that good of a release, to have really good stats and badges across the board, he's a very all-around good card with an exceptionally good jump shot, and also being 7 foot at that small forward position. And then the final card I wanted to talk about is a cheap, really cheap card that I think is great for their value, is Diamond Tyson Chandler. You guys know I absolutely love this card. A 7-foot center who can also play power forward, 7'3" wingspan, and I seriously believe Diamond Tyson Chandler can compete with the Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. I seriously think he can compete against the taller centers in this game. He is such a good interior defender. He gets really good rebounding animations. He's really strong, 92 strength. He has a very wide player build, and I think his animations in game are ridiculous. And for me personally, I think his jump shot is great. I think his jump shot is very easy to time. I know he only has a 62 3 ball, but for me, I'm very consistent with this card. I've added no badges to him, and I think he can knock down jump shots very consistently, and he is such a good defender. For like 5,000 MT on the auction house, probably even cheaper by now. You can't really get much better value than Diamond Tyson Chandler in my personal opinion. But guys, these are going to be my top 10 best value cards in the game. Let me know in the comment section down below some other cards that are really good for their price tag, and then you guys think are like top 10-ish, or maybe just the best value cards in the game. Let me know those cards down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.